Hey guys, it's Lisa, and I am filming in my schoolroom, which is also known as my dining room. And I just wanted to make a quick video for those of you who are considering full-timing and are getting pushback from your friends and family. So I just want to tell you that when we first told people about this idea, ironically, I was just joking. I had just finished listening to a podcast about these people who had converted a bus and they were living in it, and at the time I was super frustrated with my neighborhood because I had been frustrated with them for a while. It was one of those HOA happy places. Everyone wanted to pretend that they were really rich, but really everyone there was middle class, and it was just super frustrating for me. And we had gone through various stages of trying to be super green, and it was really hard for us to have like Hummers parked next to us. And one of the things I think probably about 7 years ago was probably when it all started coming together for me, and that was when one of my sons has a heart defect, and he was in the hospital, and he was in the hospital for a very long time actually. And when we got back, there was nothing that said like, hey, are you guys okay? We noticed that you were missing or anything. There was a big stack of fines for not removing the snow from our sidewalk. And they did waive the fine, but I think that's probably where it kind of started for me, that I didn't want to live there. But anyway, so I was kind of frustrated with them, and I was like, hey, let's live in a bus. And I had kind of posted on Facebook, hey, we want to live in a bus. And everyone thought I was joking, and I was joking, but within 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, but probably 24 hours, we decided we were really going to do it. And at that point, people started freaking out. And it's one thing if strangers freak out, it's another thing if families freaks out, because you can't get rid of them. You can't just delete them from your lives. Well, at least we can't. We're just we're family people, and we love our family, and there's no reason for, to delete them out of your lives. But some things that were said were really, really hurtful. Probably the thing that was the most hurtful for me was, this isn't fair to your kids. And the whole reason we were doing it was to be fair to our kids. We were wanting to spend more time with them. We were wanting to spend less time vacuuming a 3-story house, and more time being with our kids, and less time, making a perfect lawn for the HOA, and more time being with our kids. So it was just, that was really, really hurtful for me. So that's a little bit of my background about as far as why I'm making this video. But I wanted to tell you two things that kind of a little now, and a little a little glimpse into the future. So kind of when we were first starting, the thing that I really realized made us different from the average person, and I think this makes full-time families, full-timers different from the average person, and that is, we are people that do things. We are dreamers, but we're not just dreamers. We are dreamers that live our dream. And even if people are frustrated or mad or whatever, we are living our dream. We're doing it. And whether it works out or not, it doesn't always work for everyone. It worked really well for us. I think most of you know the reason we moved into a house had nothing at all to do with not wanting to full-time anymore. It was a fact that you can't adopt a baby in 427 square feet, no matter what kind of parent you are, and no matter, if you have a great background check or whatever, you can't live you have to have a certain amount of square footage. And we are in the process of adopting a baby, and I will make another video about that for anyone who is going through or would like to go through the home study process, because this is our second time through it, so it's way less stressful this time. I'm a super calm person. I was a crazy person the first time we did it a couple years ago, and we were foster parents for a while, but I digress. Anyway, that makes us different. We are different than the average person because we dream, and then we make our dreams happen. We are the people that say, I'm gonna full-time, and then we do it. We are the people that say, I'm gonna run a marathon, and then we do it. We are people that say, I'm gonna write a book, and then we do it. We are not people that go, oh, I'd like to do that someday, or, we are people that dream the dream and live the dream. And so if people are discouraging you from doing it, just remember, you are different. We are different. We are a special breed of people that actually make things happen and live our dreams and live life with no regrets. So that was my first guys, again. I had to take a little break there because my husband called to see if we wanted craisins because apparently they're on sale at Costco. So it cut me off because I'm filming from my phone. I do dream of getting a better camera someday, and I also am thinking about having my 14-year-old help me so I can actually be technologically savvy like I'm so not. But anyway, so the first part was to be encouraging now, and that is that just to remember that we are just like the coolest people. Like, we full-timers, we are so cool, and we do it, and that's why people don't understand us, is because we do things, we live life differently. And then the second thing, the glimpse into the future, for those of you who are especially going through that family thing where they're looking down on you and they're telling you all these horrible things and how you're going to regret it and how you're going to get rid of your house and your life is going to be awful. And just as a side note, life isn't awful. Like, we sold everything we had to move in, and people were like, well, what will you do? We have no furniture. Well, you know what we did? We bought new furniture, and it was okay. So I will try to do a separate video on that, just on the things we sold and how we got new furniture and how it was really, really super budget friendly, and we were not affected at all. So anyway, so this is to help you through that, and this is a glimpse into the future. So we're no longer full-timing. We moved into a house so that we could adopt a baby. We're living in this like little ghetto house on the Air Force Academy that I absolutely adore. It's like a super old house, and it's like not in very good shape, and I love it here, and I wish we could buy this house, but we can't because it's on the Air Force Academy. But probably the thing I love the most about it, and I'm getting sidetracked again, but the thing I love the most about it is the people. We live in a neighborhood where people are who they are, and there's no pretending that they're, you know, different, and people come from all walks of life, and our kids play together, and it is absolutely amazing. So anyway, but the thing that I really realized recently is that, okay, 2 years ago I went to this co-op with my kids because we homeschool, and when I told people about the full-timing thing, I got a lot of, oh, really? Like, are you homeless? Like, are you upside down on your house? Like, why would you do that? That's dumb. I would never do that. I need my things. And I got a lot of really annoying responses. Well, we took 2 years off because we didn't travel a whole bunch, but we did travel enough, and we did want the freedom enough that we didn't do like a committed thing like a co-op. So it's been about 2 years. So this semester we went back to that co-op, and people are like, oh, how did it go? And I said, yeah, we did it for 2 years. We actually full-time for exactly 2 years, to the day. And Kender, our baby, was the one that basically decided that, because it was supposed to be like 2 years and 2 months, and then we had all the issues with her, and then it kind of bumped up a little bit. But anyway, people were like, oh my gosh, like, that's so cool. That's so cool that you did it. And they're introducing me to their friends as like, this is Lisa, and she and her husband like did the coolest thing, and they lived in an RV, and isn't that cool? And these are the very same people, not different people, the very same people that like totally looked down on me and wondered if we were poor or homeless or upside down on our house or had no other options or whatever. These are people that assumed the worst. And even family members who have been, you know, like, who were like, oh, why are you doing this? Like, they were like, they lived with it, but they were very like unhappy with it. Now they say things like, oh, aren't you glad you did that? Wasn't that the best experience? And honestly, I'm really happy that they're seeing the light, but I also want to slap them, because things would have been so much better and so much easier if we would have had support, if we hadn't had to kind of, you know, protect our kids and insulate our kids from the thoughts, if we had not had to like constantly make, you know, like an effort to make sure like that our kids, you know, were happy and new. I mean, we did, of course, we'd always make sure our kids are happy, but we insulated them a little bit from the negative stuff. And it would have been so nice if they could have spent time with family without us like kind of like worrying about what was being said or trying to undo things that were being said. So anyway, so my glimpse into the future is that everyone who looks down on you now, maybe not everyone, but in our experience, the majority of people who look down on you now wonder what the heck you're thinking. when you're done, they will think you are the coolest person ever. And I'm so not cool. I'm such a nerd. But yeah, I'm enjoying the glory of people thinking I'm super cool and being proud to know me and introducing me as like a super cool person. So, so just remember this. Number one, if you want to homeschool, or not homeschool, sorry, I'm in my homeschool room. If you want it full time and you're going to make it happen, you are totally different than the average person and you are awesome. And so like, just remember that. And no matter how much people like make you think you're not awesome, you are awesome, because whatever you want to do, you will do it. And that's just the way we are. And number two, the negativity doesn't last. You will go from being like the person who they look at and go, oh, what's wrong with her, to the person who is like the coolest. So those are the two things to remember. And I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I'm really glad to be back. And I will talk to y'all soon. So I hope this helped. I hope this helped some of you out if you were going through this. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye for now.